Hey guys, welcome to RIP Nerd. I don't know what to say right now. I'm just like
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm just lost for words.
He was a quality member of Living the Dream Stories. I think he was a good person. But for those of you that don't know what happened, basically in the previous post show, Nerd was lying in his bath, and basically he went AFK for a bit, and we didn't really know what was happening. And some funny things went on Skype about how he wasn't going to be in the show anymore. And then through police and through a post-mortem, we were informed that he injected marijuana and overdosed and died. So, yeah, this is really a sad occasion. And yeah, it just goes to show how lethal marijuana can be. And you know, don't do drugs, kids. Definitely. I mean, what do you
Yeah,
have to say,
and then,
Sammy?
and then and then we had the news about the movies.
Yeah, basically, there's going to be some movies planned, but that's for a different. This is about nerd this episode, so yeah,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
keep it
yeah.
restricted
I
to
get, I
nerd.
get what you mean, but
So, what was your favorite memory of Nerd when he was alive?
um, I think probably the most favorite memory of Modern Age Nerd was probably the Star
Yeah,
Wars Day celebration. I thought it was the classic.
it was a classic. Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course now this means that with Nerd no longer with us, we'll have to find someone else to work on living the dream stories. And we'll have to. We have suspicions that it was actually in his will, information about what's going to happen with living the dream stories. So we'll have to wait until then. But I mean, I guess we can assume that maybe um, Matrix Lord will be the next one to take over the reins of the show, since he's probably the closest friend to Sammy, next to Matrix Lord. So I mean next to
Right. Yeah.
Modern Age Nerd.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean, yeah.
hang on a second. Sammy, send
Maybe it
send
will
Daniel a
be.
link.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just can't get over the fact that this has happened during
And
today, and
I should just announce as well. There is going to be a funeral service broadcast on BBC One tomorrow. Um, it's going to be called RIP Nerd. Just check your TV guide. Um, Elton John will be there, and he's going to be performing a 2014 rendition of Candle in the Wind. Um, it's going to be called Bogan in the Wind, and it's going to be about modern age nerd. So yeah, you can look out for that. And I'm sure this single will hit number one on the iTunes charts because it's gonna touch a lot of people because a lot of people really 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 love Nerd. He was a classic character, and this is going to affect the whole world, I think, because he was just such a great person, I guess.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
it
he was
will
really
definitely
loved.
this. Oh yeah. But Daniel's with us now if he wants to share any
Daniel,
memories.
how have you been affected by this tragedy?
Yeah, it's been quite shocking. Um,
Yeah,
I think the fondest memory of Nerd was probably that Star Wars episode
yeah,
when
yeah. That was a classic.
him and Sammy were arguing. That was quite funny.
Yeah. Uh, and also the fact that his channel, he was having problems with the dislike theory, and it was really tough.
I wonder if that was one of the causes of his death. He
Because
just
I
couldn't
know there
take
was
it.
a lot of dislikers on his channel when
Yeah.
he was doing videos, and then obviously after that, he ended up doing less videos because of it. But
Mm.
it's just unbelievably, unbelievably shocking, and I don't know what everyone else is thinking around the world, but
I think a lot of people are just sort of, grieving, I guess. I mean, there's not really much you can do apart from be sad, because, yeah.
yeah,
It's like he's left quite a bit of questions like who's going to take over as executive producer of Living the Dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and how's the episode's going to be edited for next week if he's not around?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, maybe there'll have to be like a 2-week delay whilst this whole situation gets sorted out. I mean, yeah,
And
it's
as for
tragic.
like writing part two, we just have to have like Chameleon, Tars, and me like filling in the gaps.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we'll help you out to finish off this Living the Dream story series, but it probably won't be as good as having Nerd because Nerd was a talent, and these episodes were designed to be written by Nerd. So yeah,
You probably have to bring in the British cup of tea a bit earlier.
yeah, I think he will. Might maybe get him after the mid-year break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about right. But it seems I've now been told by the police who are in charge of Modern Age Nerd's account that apparently a press release is coming about the Living the Dream movies.
Okay.
So some big news is happening. That's one thing for sure, and it kind of makes you wonder what the series finale is going to be. Now
Yeah.
that
Well, I
Nerd's
mean,
not there.
yeah. I think maybe what people might do is, as a respect to Nerd, is dedicate the last episode to Nerd, and go through some of the highlights of his tenure during the series.
Yeah.
This just in, by the way, I've just been told by the Radio Times. If you go to your local newsagents, they have this like little box at the cashier. You can get this at all available. All your good local newsagents, basically what they are, right? It's a box, and for $2 you can buy this little wristband, and it's got the Australian flag on it, and it's got RIP Modern Age Nerd, and all the proceeds go to uh, the foundation for preventing deaths from marijuana. So it's a good cause, and yeah, you just may want to buy those wristbands just as a tribute to Modern Age Nerd.
Yeah, I mean it's. I think a lot of people are going to definitely raise money for that cause. I mean it's going to be great. But will Living the Dream stories get a DVD release now that Nerd's not around? Will Modern Age Nerd get a tribute in the show?
I think he will. I think he will. I mean, he has to. So
And also, we were meant to be celebrating Modern Age Nerd's birthday later this year, and now that's not going to
that's
happen.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
I don't know if I can.
I think it's me and Chameleon are gonna have to like pick up the pieces from where Nerd left off until the end of the season when we get to see
Yeah,
Nerd.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can carry on, to be honest, Chameleon, because I just have a funny feeling a lot of people are going to be hating the episodes now that he's not around.
Well,
Well, no, that's not necessarily true because
I mean, people love
yeah.
the episodes before he was around, so there's always a chance that.
And especially since from what we've seen in the Apple Scarro, a lot of them
Exactly. I think people are all going to be moved by the situation, right? And they're going to be accepting of the fact that Nerd's not around through these episodes any longer. So, yeah, I think people will understand. And they'll be a bit more lenient towards some of these new episodes that don't have Nerd in them. By the way, I'm probably going to be uploading a tribute video later tonight on my YouTube channel if you want to check. It's going to be very moving, and yeah, it's going to be a tribute to Modern Age Nerd. So keep an eye out for that. I'll probably link it in the video once we're done. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's pretty much everything, Sammy. I mean, final words, Daniel.
Rest in peace, nerd.
Yeah, rest in peace, nerd. You were a classic. Yeah. What about you, Sammy?
Yeah, I'm just still shocked, really. I mean, R.I.P.
Yeah. I guess that's it then. Nerd, you're a classic. Take care. Bye for now.